All right, we're going to give this a shot. So from the 5.05 quiz, appropriate measures, I'll go over this one. Be careful because your question might have different numbers. So yours may not be exactly the same as mine. This one says the graph compares the shoe sizes for 82-year-olds, 63-year-olds. And as we look at the charts, I see the 2-year-olds are here and the 3-year-olds are here. So I'm going to make a note. There are 82-year-olds and there are 63-year-olds. That's the total number in each group. And these are box and whisker plots, right? Or we call them box plots. So what is the question? Let's see. About how many more 2-year-olds have a shoe size of 6 or less compared to 3-year-olds? Okay, read it again, right? How many more, that indicates that we're doing some sort of subtraction, because you have to find the difference between the two. How many more 2-year-olds have a shoe size of 6 or less compared to 3-year-olds? And again, that's 6 or less. All right, so since I'm going to be doing a comparison, I know I need to find two numbers. So the first number will come from the 2-year-olds. The magic number is 6. I need to find 6 on the axis. It's right here. Let me not cover it. It's right there. We go to the box plot with the 2-year-olds, and that matches up with the median. Median. And what do we know about the median? It's the middle, right? Very good, it's the middle. So if something is the middle, then that means that 50% of the data is on the left and 50% is on the right. And we need this section right here. Less, so 50%. We need to know what 50% of 80 is. So we're going to start with that. 50% is 0.5. Multiply that by 80. Use Desmos if you have to, but that's the same as saying half of 80 is 40. Now let's go to the green, which is the 3-year-olds. We need to find the magic number, which is 6 or less, so I need to find 6. But when I go to this 3-year-olds box, it matches up with quartile 1. Quartile 1. So now we need to know how far is quartile 1 from the minimum. Everything is like 25% away, right? So this is 25%. Every section is 25%. Now you might be saying, well, wait, I thought you just said 50%. That's 2 sections though. So up here, let me show you this again. In the red, this is section 1, right there, between the minimum and quartile 1, and then this is section 2. But in the green one, we're only covering one section from the minimum to quartile 1, so that's 25%. So now we're going to do 0.25 times, there were 63-year-olds. 25% of 60, if you need to use a calculator, you can. That's the same as asking, like, what's a fourth of 60? And that's 15. So how far apart is 40 and 15? Well, let's just do 40 minus 15, and you'll get 25. So I would say the answer here is 25. Just to be clear about the box and whisker plot percentages, let's look at this one more time. And it doesn't matter what the length, like if they don't look like 25%, you need to know they are 25%. So from the minimum to quartile 1, that's 25%. And then from quartile 1 to the median is another 25%. From the median to quartile 3 is 25%. And from quartile 3 to the max is 25%. And if you add all the 25s, you get 100. So it's all about like, hey, how many sections are we covering? And then multiply it by 25. All right. What other ones would you like to see? Number 4 is talking about calories in snacks for someone named George. There is a box plot for morning snack calories. So George was tracking the calories for his morning snack over some days, and then tracking the calories for his afternoon snack over some days. Now, please note, this says question variation 1. You may not get this one exactly. It might have all the same words, but it might be a different box plot, so please pay attention. I'm going over just a variation of the problem. What do they want us to know? It says George's typical afternoon snack has about blank more calories than his typical morning snack. This is a matter of kind of understanding where to look for typical. Usually we like to look at average, but you're not going to see the average in here because this is a box plot. So instead you pick the next best thing, the median. So we're going to look at the medians here. And the median is always the line that's in the middle of the box. So those lines. And guys, you do get to choose out. This was multiple choice. So make an estimate, even if you can't figure it out exactly, and then whatever's closest to your estimate. So if I were to bring this down, I think that's going to be halfway between 150 and 200, which is 175. And that looks like it's at 400. The difference between those, how do you find that? You do 400 minus 175, and we get 225. I would then select the answer that's closest to 225, but it turns out 225 is one of the correct answers. So we nailed the measurements on that. All right, let me just put a quick pause. Okay. All right, this one is, oh, we're talking about George again. Oh, this one is range, though, so be careful. This one says the range of calories of the morning snack is about blank blank the range of the afternoon snack. So I would first click on the boxes to see what kind of words are they looking for. In here, they're looking for a number. And then in here, they're looking for something like more or less. And we need to find range. So how do you do range again? Max minus min. Yeah, very good. Max minus min. Let's see if we can figure it out. It is tricky, but there should be an answer that is going to fit best of all of them. So I'm going to say, oh, that's not quite. Okay. It's close. All right. Now we have to estimate. The whole thing is 50 units. So I'm going to estimate that to be about 90. What do you guys think? I think even if you said something like 85, you would still get the right answer, because you're going to choose from ones, and whatever's closest to your answer will work. The other one, I'm going to guess that's 260. 260 minus 90 is, I think it's 170. So the range is going to be 170 here. Now let's go to green. Oof. That kind of looks like it's in the middle to me, and that looks like it's in the middle as well. So I'm going to say the max for the green is 475, and the min for the green is 225, and I think if we subtract those, we'll get 250. And we're having to find the difference between the morning snack and the afternoon snack. So now we need the difference in the two numbers we found. So let's do that. 250 minus 170 is about 80. So I'm going to find a number that looks like 80 in here. And so that's going to be one of the answer choices. I guess I got it right. So 80. And then you do want to be careful. It's talking about the morning snack first. So we're going to put 80 here, but the morning snack is lower, so you need to make sure you're selecting less. And again, your question might be different, so be careful. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So now that we've talked about those, let me just look at the chat. Did anybody have any other questions on this? So you got to give me a second, though. I got to do this on my end. Okay. So I have to click Settings, Edit Settings. Oh, I already gave you an extra attempt. You have 3 attempts for this now. 3. So you can do it up to 3 times and try to get the full points. Don't do it right now, though. Let's do the lesson for today. Like I said, I'm telling you, it's going to be 15 minutes. That's it. And then you can work on the rest of the things you need to work on. So